Okay, so let's talk about the bill that you wrote for a second. You are out of Congress, but the bill bears your name and your legacy. And I noticed that when the Republicans took over, it was the very first thing they tried to do was repeal Dodd-Frank, including the Volcker rule, crazy derivative speculation.
The Consumer Bureau.
The Consumer Protection Bureau. All this. And I remember after 9/11, people saying, especially on the right, but everybody said, we can't go back to a pre-9/11 mindset. And yet they seem to want to go back to a pre-financial crisis mindset. I wonder what you have to say about it.
Oh, there's no question. And in fact, one of the critical elections, and it goes to Essie's question about Hillary Clinton, one of the issues that will be before the American people in 2016 is, do we maintain financial reform with changes? Anything needs to be amended somewhat. But do we maintain the basic structure, or do we go back to the essentially unregulated situation? Because the Republicans will be for undoing it. Hillary Clinton has already made very clear that she's for keeping it as it is. So between now and the election, I'm confident that the president's going to protect it. There's a little glitch. A lot of us yelled, we're safe now. But that'll be an issue that'll be decided in 2016. Do we go back to the pre-regulatory situation with regard to derivatives and no consumer bureau and bad mortgages being given out? Or do we keep something like what we now have, making the necessary adjustments going forward?
Yeah, but it's a little bit of a false argument here to say that those are the only two options. And there are smart Republicans who are suggesting...
Who are they?
Tweaks.
Give me names.
There are smart Republicans.
No, give me the...
And there are Democrats now in Congress who are agreeing to smart tweaks so that, for example, small businesses maybe have an easier time getting a loan, so that maybe community banks and credit unions aren't collapsing under the weight of maybe some overreach of well-intended regulation. So it's not an either-or situation.
It will be in 2016. The fact
is... Well, you can fear-monger all you want, but there are plenty of people talking about tweaks.
I am not fear-mongering.
And they are Democrats.
I take comfort in the fact that you want to back away as a conservative from that issue. It is very clear. The Republicans have made this very clear. They all voted against the bill when it passed. They didn't vote for it with tweaks. They didn't vote for it with these amendments. They wanted nothing. It is very clear. I'm not fear-mongering to tell you what people say they're going to do. Their platform will include a substantial repeal. Yes, there should be some tweaks, but it's hard to do reform in the midst of open warfare on the whole operation. And the overwhelming thrust of the Republican Party is to undo this and to go back to where we were.
Well, I hope you're not entrusting Chuck Schumer and Hillary Clinton to carry on this mantle for you, because all your great work on financial reform is going to be handed off to two people who have been incredibly cozy with the bank.
That is an absolute misstatement.
Fact.
Hillary Clinton has been very supportive of this. When President Obama signed a bill that I wish he hadn't signed that made a slight tweak, she put out a tweet saying that we cannot back away. And
well, if she tweeted, then okay.
Yeah, but she put a public statement out there, a public statement saying what she thought. Here's the problem that people like you pose to us. If we demonize the financial community and have nothing to do with them and attack them, then we're being radical and disruptive. If we work with them in a cooperative way, then we're in bed with them. In fact, Hillary Clinton, Chuck Schumer voted for that bill. Chuck Schumer voted against weakening amendments. The notion that because he has some understanding of the industry, he's going to sell it out, it simply isn't factually true.
Okay, well.